So you land off grid, so to dream. You land in a field, in a forest. It helps when the ground is yours. But it's not everybody's cup of tea. But the dream is easy to see on YouTube. But it's not quite as good as that when you have no electric, you have no running water. You did want to do it, so you got to make it happen. Now, we'll talk about the water another time, but let's talk about wood heat. It's now -1 outside, first time this year. Wood burn's brilliant. You can get wood, especially when you have wood. You can buy coal. Coal's far better than wood, in my opinion. But so basically, what we have here is a wood burner I put in. It's beautiful. It can potentially make this caravan way too hot, but you've got to control it. You've got to get used to it. You've got to treasure it. Now, I discover that this wood burner comes with a back boiler. There's 2 ins at the bottom and there's 2 outs at the top. Now, I wouldn't dream of putting water in this because there ain't enough water to do all that bullshit, and I'm not quite sure where anybody does plumb water around when you can use the heat. So basically, I've got a fan there, quite a big fan. I've got some caravan ducting pipe. Now, some plumbing accessories there. I plan to fit the 2 plumbing accessories on the bottom. This is a trial, you've got to trial everything first. I'm going to blow cold air in the bottom of the back, and I'm going to see what comes out the top. And if the top is filled with warm air, I'm going to duct the warm air each end of the caravan, because the extremities don't stay the same. The outsides are colder than the middle. Doesn't suit everybody. Stick with me for a second. So there's our fan. Found this piece in the kind of free collection of bits and pieces. It's a plumbing bit, I think, for a royal loo. So basically there's a rubber part one side and a solid part the other. Now, when I place that on there, I believe that cops the most of them 6-inch fans. It is a trial, we're going to see. Now I'm going to boogie loogie tape this to that fan right now. Take our little thingy on. We've got a central position between there, and the pipes are there. I'm going to now join that up to there. So that seems to be alright. Don't look pretty, but I don't give a Popeye if it functions. I'm glad. To bend this around there to fit it in, I use some stainless steel, quite thick ducting, put some kind of aluminium gas vent around it just to keep the heat off, because else it would have cut right through them cupboards. I didn't want it to go out the window, so now it flies out through the roof. Lovely. While we're on the subject, back soon. So there's a little turbocharger with our split pipes into our beautiful joints there. Gained by dubious engineering. There's the other one. Now, the result is the hot air out of that hole and that one is flying out. Now I've extended this tube into the kitchen. Now no one's going to enjoy my my piping, but it seems this pipe needs a bit of time to warm up. Now, but the thing is, I might have to resort to stainless O'Reilly, I think, to make some tubes to go into the games room. But I'm delighted that hot air is blowing out of there. Chuffed man. I'm not going to continue with it, but it's the principle that might be useful to someone. Excellent. Now I couldn't leave it there, I had to leave you with an ad. I'm an engineer, pretty good one. I'm aware of expansion, detonation, dissipation, etc. Now I can tell you what I did was, I was a bit worried about that cold air being forced into the bottom of that fire. No, I wouldn't really worry, but it did occur to me that things pop and bang and warp and twarp. Basically, that fan on a lower setting sends out more heat. That's quite important. I was putting in too much cold. Now, went and got a bit of aluminium that's not fixed on the end, but heat does come out of there, which is a lovely another little add-on to our. So I thought that was quite important about the lowering the blowing gives you more heat. Quite obvious, really. I'm glad it occurred to me at last.